Um, Good evening. Welcome to Monday's guided meditation session at Vajrayana Institute. And I'm Wai Cheong. So we'll be doing two meditations tonight. And the first one will be on the topic of calm abiding. I thought to revisit this idea of object of meditation. And so far I have been sort of emphasizing that when we meditate, especially in calm abiding type of meditation, where we aim to calm the disturbances of our body and mind, aim to settle the tension, the agitation within our own body and mind, so that they can abide very peacefully or even blissfully within the meditative state itself. For this type of meditation, of course, traditionally, most people will encounter what we call the object of meditation. We are given an object to focus on when we start to do this types of meditation. And most, including myself, most likely what we'll do is we try to hang on to that object, which could be the breath, or could be a visualized image of some sort. Could be a mantra, could be bodily sensations, could be a quality like loving kindness, or could be a phrase, like for example, later we're going to do a phrase of wordings related to a certain topic that we repeat over and over again. So with object meditation, we have a tendency to feel that we need to somehow stay with it. Our attention needs to stay with the object meditation. If we manage to do so, then we are successful. If we somehow get distracted along the way, which almost inevitably will happen to almost everyone, especially if we are new to meditation, then we are a failure at meditation because we got distracted. So I'm trying to sort of suggest to people to think about this whole thing a bit differently. Object meditation is just a support. It's not the most important thing in the meditation. What is most important in the meditation is actually the state of our body, the state of our mind. And we use an appropriate object to work with in order to help to calm the activities or reactivities of body and mind. So we don't need to be too hung up about the object of meditation. And it's not the end of the world if we happen to get distracted from it. In fact, today I'm going to do the usual meditation, the usual way that I guide meditation. But just to highlight to you that in this way of approaching it, I'm actually inviting you to switch from one object of focus to another, to pay attention to different objects along the way as we go deeper into our meditation. We start off with mindfulness of body, where I invite you to be attentive and notice bodily sensations. So that is the first object. And along the way, as we return our attention to our own body, we connect our mind with the body, you will find that just by noticing how the body is feeling, how the body is doing, it brings about a change. The body responds to such an attention. And quite often the body starts to relax a little bit, release some of those tension. And with that will arise pleasant feelings, pleasant sensations. Right? And so that will be the second object I'm going to invite you to pay attention to. So alongside with bodily sensation, which be tensing, relaxing, sense of heaviness or lightness, tightness or looseness, hardness or softness, all these different bodily sensations, alongside them, also take note when you do notice some pleasant feelings arise. Pleasant feelings of softening, a feeling of ease or comfort or relaxation. So be mindful also of those pleasant feelings. And they're not actually so different from one another, so separate, because quite often you notice the two of them together when they arise. Bodily sensation plus pleasant feelings that come out of our meditation. And before long, if we are able to do that, and we are able to just come back to it, if we do get distracted, no problem, not the end of the world. It will help the whole system to settle. And then we will become mindful of the third object, which is our mind, the state of our mind, which is a little bit like noticing the inner weather condition of ourselves. Today here in Sydney, it's very hot, 35 degrees. When I step outside, it's like this blanket of hot air, hot, dry air. So there is a kind of a state, you kind of become aware of the condition. Likewise, internally, we can also, as body, mind settle down, we also become tuned into the state of the mind. Is the mind feeling very sleepy? Is the mind fairly agitated, lots of thoughts? Or is the mind fairly calm and peaceful? So that's yet another thing to also take note of. So three things, starts with body sensations, and if pleasant feelings do arise as a part of your meditation, include that. And then along the way, if we start to notice, it will come to us as we settle into it. We become more and more aware of the state of our mind. Make mindfulness of the mind also part of our meditation. So that will be the three different objects. Of course, you might also hear some sound. So sound can also enter into meditation, not a problem. It's just natural. And whatever it is that arises, we can take note of them. And we can always invite our attention to come back to whatever it is we are focusing on. Right? So let's do a meditation together and see what happens. So I invite you to start off, just select and choose a suitable posture for your body. So I'm sitting on the chair. I'm actually sitting cross-legged on the chair, which may not be such a good idea, but anyway. So you can sit on the chair, you can sit on the floor, wherever you are. If it's suitable and comfortable, you can also lie down on your back in the supine position. You can lie on the floor on the yoga mat. You can lie on the firm bed. So take a few moments and adopt a suitable meditation posture. I'm going to ring the bell just to signal the start of this meditation. So whichever posture we have adopted, just make sure that the posture does not introduce unnecessary pain and discomfort, especially to your back, to your spine. And also, if you are sitting, it's not necessary to tense up your back muscles deliberately to somehow try to straighten your spine. That's not quite necessary. Just adjust your upper body, move it around, and allow yourself to just find the most comfortable, natural, upright position for yourself. Rest hands and arms on some kind of support. Sitting, you can rest them on the knees or in the lap. Lying down, you can rest the arms by the side of the body, slightly away. But important to just rest the weights of arms and hands on some physical support, so that you don't have to tense up any muscles of your shoulders or arms to somehow hold them up during the meditation. Feel free to close your eyes completely if that's helpful, or you can leave your eyes open or half open if you are used to it. Take a few moments and allow our body to adjust itself. Allow the body to get used to this posture. I usually direct people to notice sensations coming from beneath the body, from the points of contact between body and seat, body and ground. And here, by noticing, by becoming aware of sensations of solidity, of firmness and stability below us, qualities we associate with the earth element. We want to allow the body to feel that it is well supported in this posture, that it is kept balanced and safe in this posture. This will promote a natural sense of release from the body feeling quite well supported and safe, may realize that it does not have to be so tight and tense and contracted. And therefore, in its own time, the body can slowly, gradually unwind a bit. It can loosen up and let go of some of those unnecessary contractions and tensions. So having invited the body to adjust, to find its way into the posture. Next, we are going to return our attention to our own body, reconnect with the body, and allow into our awareness the different bodily sensations from the different parts of our body. So I'll guide you through this. Feel free to ignore me if what I'm saying is not suitable or appropriate to your experience. Otherwise, just think of my voice as a reminder, reminding you, inviting you to return your attention to come back to this meditation. So see if we can become aware of sensations, bodily sensations at the crown, at the topmost part of our body. Without much effort, just a light touch, automatically we can sense maybe a slight tingling sensations at the crown, a feeling of warmth or coolness, or slight pressure, or maybe nothing at all, which is also fine. Having noticed sensations at the crown, let's allow our attention to flow forward and downwards into the face, so that we are aware of the sensations in our own face. Notice whether are we tensing up the muscles of the face, muscles of the forehead, those at the jaw, or those around the eyes. And see if we can, as we become aware of them, to invite them to be released, so that we can welcome in a different feeling of softness, of ease and comfort into our own face. Coming back to the body, to bodily sensations, especially if we notice that our attention has wandered off elsewhere, maybe to sounds, to thoughts. See if we can regard that as also quite normal. And what we need to do when we do get distracted is to simply come back. Come back here and now, come back and reconnect with bodily sensations and start again. Next, we get in touch with sensations at the throat, at the neck. And then moving downwards at your own pace, become aware of sensations at both shoulders. Allowing the sensations at both shoulders to just appear within our awareness. From the shoulders, let us travel down both arms at the same time, awakening the different sensations along the arms, starting with the shoulder joints and the upper arms. Just allow those simple, subtle sensations to come into our awareness, for us to notice them, to appreciate them. Allow awareness to travel down both arms so that We are in touch with sensations not only in the upper arms, but also subtle sensations at both elbows. We are not looking for anything special or spectacular. Just very ordinary, plain sensations are good enough. Notice sensations in the forearms and at the wrists. And at your own pace, become aware also of sensations in both hands. Sensations at the palm of the hands, at the back of the hands, and sensations in the fingers. As we continue with the meditation, somewhere along the way, sometimes we notice pleasant feelings arise. See if we can welcome those pleasant feelings and sensations into our awareness, make them a part of our experience in meditation, and also allow ourselves to enjoy them while they're here. Now that we have awakened the sensations in both arms and hands, see if we can simply allow them to rest their weight comfortably on their physical support and surrender their weight to gravity. Returning our attention to our own body, now we return our attention to the chest so that we are aware of sensations here, the movements of the chest synchronized with the breath. Maybe we can sense the beating of our own heart. Take note of sensations at the front of the chest, at the sides of the chest, and also at the back of the chest, the upper back, the middle back. Without much effort, just a light touch, simply invite some of those sensations to come into awareness. And along the way, if we do notice anything pleasant or nice feelings, feelings of comfort, of ease and relaxation, why not welcome those feelings also into awareness? Allow ourselves to enjoy all this pleasant sensation that arise within our meditation. Allow attention to move downwards. Feel free to move at your own pace. Be aware of sensations at the abdomen, sensation maybe at the skin level, or the muscles, or deep inside at the level of the organs and tissues. Allow attention to descend to the pelvis, to be aware of sensations here at the pelvis, where powerful muscles gathered. We sense the weight of the pelvis, and give permission and allow that weight to rest comfortably on the seat. Coming back to the body, we allow awareness to continue down both legs at the same time, taking note of sensations along the way, starting from the hips, moving at your own pace, noticing sensations in the upper legs, at the knees, the lower legs, all the way down to the ankles. And eventually we arrive at both feet. We let in sensations from the soles of the feet, the top of the feet, and those sensations in the toes. And having awakened all these sensations in both legs, see if we can give permission and allow them to rest their weight comfortably on the floor or wherever physical support they are on. And now that we have traveled from crown all the way to the feet, we have awakened and welcomed bodily sensations into awareness. We have practiced mindfulness of body. And along the way, some of that might trigger pleasant feelings that might arise from the release of unnecessary tensions and tightenings. So see if we can stay mindful of both body and feelings, and in particular pleasant sensations. Let's see if we can rest our attention with the body, with the pleasant feelings that arise alongside the body. And make these different objects the objects of our meditation. And through connection with the body, through experiencing pleasant feelings that are very reassuring to the mind, notice whether this will help you to become also mindfully aware of the state of the mind. Is the state of your mind under the influence of drowsiness, sleepiness, feeling a bit dull, slow, sleepy? Is your mind feeling quite alert, active, maybe even agitated, quite a bit of thinking, thoughts, images, moving, flowing swiftly through your mind? Or yet again, maybe you are mindful of the mind as something calm, spacious and settled, very much present here and now. So again and again, invite your attention, come back, reconnect and be mindful of your own body, bodily sensations here and now, pleasant feelings if there are any. And on top of that, be aware of the state of the mind. And see whether mindfulness of body and mindfulness of pleasant feelings may have a positive impact on the state of your mind, on the quality of your attention. Does it help over time to settle the mind, to calm down the agitations, or to uplift the mind, to dispel sleepiness? So find out for yourself in this meditation. Okay, so that is the calm abiding meditation with the help of mindfulness of body, mindfulness of feelings, mindfulness of the mind. And you probably will notice that, at least for me, I find it's quite an effective way of settling the system, my system, into meditation. With the body, with the feelings, really go a long way to calm down the system. And also, for example, just now, that session, mindfulness of the mind, I have a predominance of dullness today, sleepiness. The mind is pretty sluggish, not much activity, maybe a little bit dark and slow. Other times, the mind might be very active, lots of thoughts and lots of agitations. And still, other times, mind can be quite relatively calm and alert and present, not too agitated and not too sleepy. So those are the different experiences that we can encounter. Of course, the third one is where we are working towards to settle the body and mind deeper and deeper into a state in which they are not too far to either extreme, not too sluggish, low in energy, and not too agitated, too high in energy. So that is the first meditation. The second meditation, I have been going through mindfulness. So in particular, this formulation of 4 aspects of mindfulness based on the acronym RAIN, R-A-I-N. So I have touched on recognize, acknowledge, inquire. This week I thought I'd start with nurture. Of course, they are not exclusive. You can. They're just different aspects of mindfulness, and you find that we apply them at any time when we practice meditation or outside of meditation. But nurture as an aspect of mindfulness, draw attention to by giving our mindful attention to specific things, specific qualities. We can nurture it, we can enhance it. We can enhance that quality or that particular state of mind so that it becomes stronger, more prominent, and through that it has a positive effect on ourselves, on our experiences. So today I thought we'll do a practice of loving kindness. So in this case, loving kindness becomes the object that we give our attention to. We try to be mindful of this quality. We try to encourage it to make an appearance, to manifest. So loving kindness has this wonderful quality of warmth, pleasantness, but mainly it's the orientation of mind. It's the intention to genuinely wish may myself and others be happy, may we find happiness and the causes of happiness. So it is one way we can uplift the mind. If the mind feels very sluggish, very low in energy, sometimes could be due to tiredness, physical tiredness. Other times could be kind of depressed states, low mood, lack of motivation, or overwhelmed by a lot of negative feelings or stress, difficulties. So the mind becomes very heavy, and lack of brightness, become very dull, very dark, a sinking mind. So we want to uplift it. We can inject some warmth, some energy, some quality of kindness and warmth for ourselves and for others. And so the method I use is usually just mindfully repeat a few simple phrases that best represent how I understand what it means to love, to care, to show concern. The phrases are not loving kindness, but the phrases are support, another support to help me to get in touch with the quality of loving kindness that I have within myself and to be able to express it. So we start off by radiating loving kindness to ourselves. We say phrases such as, may I live in safety, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I live with ease. And then later I will invite you to turn your attention to the different people in your life. And today I suggest we don't have to stay too long at each one, but we try to cover the different people, the many different important people in our life. And just for a short period of time with each one of them, spending quality time with each one of them. As we bring them to mind, we say from the heart the similar phrases. May you live in safety. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. So, and we do that a few repetitions for each one of them before we move on to the next person. And as we engage in this exercise, bringing mindful attention to the phrases, and then hopefully supported by the phrases, triggered by the phrases, it help us to get in touch with the actual loving intention that we have and be able to manifest them. Sometimes we don't necessarily feel anything. That's fine. We just stay with the words, stay with the intention. Other times it triggers a very nice, warm feeling, the comfort in our own hearts. Then also include that in your meditation and radiate that towards yourself and others. So that would be. By doing so, by applying our attention in this very deliberate, conscious, intentional way, we are applying mindfulness to nurture the quality of loving kindness. So let's give it a try and see what happens. So I invite you once again to settle back and find a suitable meditation posture. So even the choice of posture that we adopt can be an expression of loving kindness. See if we can choose a posture that is truly supportive of our body, that allows the body to be stable and comfortable and does not introduce unnecessary pain or discomfort. We take a few moments as usual at the beginning of the meditation to allow the body time to adjust, to get used to the meditation posture, to begin a natural process of loosening up, unwinding, setting aside unnecessary contractions and tightenings in the different parts of the body, so that the whole body in its own time can really settle down and be more and more comfortable in this posture. We take a few moments to check in with the body, to be in touch with the different sensations in the different parts of the body. See if we can recognize and acknowledge any areas of tension, tightness, or discomfort. For example, with the face, where we do tend to unconsciously tighten the muscles of the face. Now is a good chance when we pay mindful attention to the sensations at our own face. See if we can persuade our face to relax those muscles and to welcome in the different feelings. Feeling of softness, of ease, of relaxation into the face. Otherwise, we try our best to be as comfortable as we can possibly be in our meditation posture, reconnecting with bodily sensations, as well as the different feelings present in the different parts of our own body. And then whenever we feel ready, we can shift the mindfulness from body to object meditation for this session to loving kindness, represented here by a few simple phrases that best convey our own personal understanding of what it means to love and to care. So feel free to start with my stock phrases and change them as you go along, add or subtract, change the wordings until it feels suitable to yourself. May I live in safety. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. May I live in safety. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. Coming back to the words as a support, change the wordings if you like, but stay close to the intention behind the words. Come back again and again to that intention if we do get distracted, and radiate loving kindness to ourselves. May I live in safety. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. Coming back to the words as a support for our mindful attention. And as we say the word, see if we can be sincerely reconnect with the loving intention behind the words. Not to worry if no feelings, no warm, loving feelings arise. Just allow our heart plenty of time to respond in its own way. As we stay close to the words and the meaning, we nonetheless can continue to radiate loving kindness to ourselves. May I live in safety. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with peace. And then, returning to the phrases, feel free to continue radiate loving kindness to oneself, to envelop oneself within one's own genuine loving concern and care. Or if you like, now is a good time to turn our attention to include the many different people that are important to us, that we love and we care about. And now we can bring them to mind one at a time. As we picture them in our mind's eye, we can offer each one of them a few repetitions of the similar phrases of loving kindness, sincerely wishing them to be happy and to find the causes of happiness. May you live in safety. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. So rest your attention on a visual image of your loved one at a time, and then repeat the phrases, radiate loving kindness to this person for a few repetitions. Stay for a short time, a long time, as you wish. And then when you feel ready, move on to the next person in your list. In so doing, see if you can radiate loving kindness to the many different people in your life. May you live in safety. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with peace. So when we do find ourselves, our attention is distracted elsewhere, or the mind is very heavy, drowsy, we try our best to place the focus of our attention once again on our loved ones or on ourselves, and see if we can sincerely, attentively repeat the phrases of loving kindness and continue to radiate loving kindness. May you live in safety. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. On occasion, the words, the meditation are able to trigger our natural quality of loving concern, which may manifest as a flow of warm, pleasant feelings. If that were to happen, simply include those feelings in and among the words and offer them to these people. May you live in safety. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. Coming back to refocus on the people you are radiating loving kindness to, on the words that we have chosen to use to represent the quality of loving kindness. And as we engage mindful attention on the quality of loving kindness through the words, see if we can also pay attention and notice what sort of effect this quality of kindness may have on the mind. Does it uplift the mind? Does it warm the mind? Does it energize the mind? Or what other effect it may have on our mind and heart as we continue with loving kindness meditation? May you live in safety. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. Then finally, for the last part of this meditation, let's briefly expand the scope of loving kindness beyond ourselves, beyond those close to us, our loved ones. See if we can briefly extend the thoughts, the intention to include everyone else, all sentient beings. May each and every one of them, may they live in safety, may they be happy, may they be healthy, may they live with ease. And then we set aside all the images, all the words, come back here and now to our body in meditation. And we gather up in our own mind all the positive momentum that we have created through the meditations this evening. Positive momentum, positive potentials. And we dedicate that by giving a direction, and may they ripen in such a way to fulfill our wishes and aspirations for ourselves as well as for others. And we can also dedicate in such a way that may anything positive or helpful that come out of the meditation, may these qualities somehow stay with us. May they linger in our body, mind, and heart and continue to benefit us long after the meditation is over. Okay, so thank you very much for your attention this evening, and wish you have a good week ahead, and I'll see you next week. Good night.